This is the Andis Pro Foil Lithium Plus, and this is the Bold Cafe First Look review. Similar head shavers to this have been made popular by certain influencers. And if we take a look on Amazon right now, this version is currently selling for £58 or $73. If we have a look at some of the reviews, this bald man said he was very pleased with it. He'd recommend this to anyone who wants a fully bald head without the hassle. This reviewer says it gives a razor-like shave, and he's not going back to the hassle of wet shaving. This guy though unfortunately says don't waste your money, even going as far as saying he'd rather throw his money out the window. After a full charge, the Andis is going to run for about 80 minutes, more on that later. Let's take a look at what we get inside the box for our money. Upon opening, you'll be greeted with your instruction booklet. It comes with a fantastic amount of different socket adapters, so you can use this in various countries. It's also good to note that you can use this corded or cordless. It comes with one of those handy little brushes for cleaning out the inside of the shaver, and this little charging docking station. You simply plug in that charging lead to the back, prop this up wherever you're going to keep it, and you can simply charge it up by putting the shaving unit back on this docking station. That is a particularly useful accessory. Once we get the shaver out of the box, you're probably going to be surprised by two things, both its size and its weight. It is quite big, but it is very light. It has this little plastic guard that you can keep on it to protect those foils, and the foils look pretty sturdy, pretty good. Plenty of give in them, both in the springs and even actually the foils if you do press too hard. When we turn it on, this is what it sounds like. I personally don't think that's too noisy. And this little button on the side releases the top shaving mechanism, and this is the part that can also be replaced, which is very handy. I'd say most of products like this, if they're built pretty well, will last you around 6 months. And we can see that the replacement unit is going to be £24 or about $30. It did come with some charge in the box, which is very handy because I want to jump straight into my first look head shave review of the Andis Pro Foil Lithium Plus. 3 to 4 days worth of hair growth. Let's see how it cuts. It's made pretty light work of that fuzz on top. I'm going to try not to press too hard because when I use these electrics, that's really how I start to get that like irritation, right? When you're really pressing hard. Although it does have give here, right, in the springs. Here's the before. We were rocking that horseshoe. 3 to 4 days growth. Let's see how we clean up with this thing. Let's go right down the middle. Right, that's one pass. I mean, it's done something. Just first things I'm noticing, it cleaned up this bit really easily, which is what it's intended for, right? And I can already feel though, it just gets hot when you're going over and over. I really think you need to avoid just zzz with the electrics, you know, but I mean, that's pretty smooth. And that's half the head gone. I am missing a few bits though. Right, let's do the other side. Right, let's open her up and see what's on inside. It's feeling rather... nothing too bad. Hopefully you can see that. After tapping it out, that's all that's in there. Just keep going. Okay, pretty smooth all around there. Let's do the danger area, which is of course the back of the head. This is the bit, if you're gonna get irritated, a few missed bits, this is the bit that's gonna be struggling there. Oh, okay, let me just be honest right in this moment, rather, before I get my full reviews. It's just trying to get bits like this, back of the head where it's thickest, trying to get that smooth, you just got to go over and over and over. And for me, that's where I just don't like electric shavers that much, because you've got to go over it so many times. I can feel my head getting hot, I can feel missed bits. If your goal is as closely shaved head as possible, you're just better off with a blade. But I do have something to add to that, where this could actually be a really legit option. Let's hang fire, let's finish this off. Okay. Looks good though, looks good, right? The final result. My head is shaved smooth, okay? As smooth as I've gotten with any electric shaver before. But I think the important thing is the amount of work that I had to put in to get this result. I would put this probably in the middle of the pack with electric shavers that I've used. This little peach fuzzy, hardly any hair on top, it made light work of that, rinsed through it. Ploughed through that, no problem at all. These bottom bits, okay, where it's supposed to be used for in the barber shop primarily, again, light work, it's right down to the skin, easy peasy. But this sort of middle band area, right, and especially at the back of my head, where it's still nice and thick, it struggled a bit through there. And you saw me when I was shaving, you've really got to go over and over it many times. And that is why now, you know, afterwards, and I always get this with electric shavers, I will say, however, I can just really notice it, especially now, you know, it just feels slightly hot to the touch, the head. It's not sore, it's not painful, but I can tell I've really, you know, kind of worked at the skin to shave it down. I'll definitely need to put on some aftershave stuff, which of course, we've got the Bald Head Butter from Bald Cafe, restock coming very soon. And I just slap that on there, all natural, all good, fantastic, after you shave, however you do it. Oh, see, there's even a little mist spot here right behind my ear. Bloody hell, that big bubo on my head is bloody ginormous. Right there, I've had that for years, doing my nutting. Anyway, where do I think this product could be used for? Well, other than its real intended purpose in the barbershop, if you're someone that likes to shave every day and you just want something light, portable, maybe you're going on trips, maybe you want to keep this in the car if you're thinking, oh man, like it's been 36 hours, you're staying overnight somewhere, you know, and you don't want to wake up feet looking a little disheveled. You want to keep that nice, clean head shave. Then I think something like this has value. Like I said, I mean, it's super light. You can chuck that anyway, chuck that in your wash bag. You can, boom, chuck that in there. Happy days. Maybe you're a lorry driver and you're on the road for a week and you just want something super easy to keep your head clean shaven. Again, I think this could work pretty well. But if you're like me and you want to shave every like 3, 4, 5 days, sometimes up to a week, then this, in my opinion, isn't really the one. But there you go, that was my review of the Andis Pro Lithium Foil Shaver. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you were interested in this product, I'll see you again for another review and another video here at Bald Cafe. I'll see you then. Oh, shit.